from Houston, Texas, and around the world. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Fame. I got my man Brad Gilmore here with me. They called him the BOAT. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne wishes, caviar dreams, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of breaking news in the world of sports and entertainment, professional wrestling. But before we get there, how you feel, man? How you feel?
I'm feeling all right, BT, coming off of a Glory 3 weekend at Reality of Wrestling. But you know what? Yesterday, here in the city, it like rained real hard all day yesterday. And it was like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day to just lay on the couch and do nothing. So that was a rarity for me. I laid down all day yesterday, did nothing, and took in a little R&R. What about yourself?
Yeah, what did I do yesterday? What was yesterday? I guess I did the same thing, just chill all day. Actually, me and Charmy, I went to a play downtown called The Heights.
Oh, in the Heights?
Yeah, in The Heights.
Oh, phenomenal show.
Yeah, I went to go watch that, and it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Just got out of the house just to kick and hang out together a little bit, and yeah. So that was my Sunday, man. And then came home after that, and just kicked it on the sofa pretty much the rest of the day, and just enjoyed it, man. It was a good day.
Yeah, In the Heights. That's the Lin-Manuel Miranda play. The first one he did before Hamilton. Yeah, it's a really good show. Really good show.
It actually was really, really good. It was well put together. I mean, when scene where the guy was running the bodega, man, I was like, man, how can this guy remember all of this stuff? You know what I mean? He had so much stuff to remember, and I was like, wow, it was amazing. It really was amazing. Yeah.
Well, and are you talking about the part where it's his rap part, where he's like rapping all the stuff?
Rap throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was amazing. My computer tripping again. Hopefully it's not going to go out on me. But no, man, it really was amazing to see the act, man. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
I think that especially as a wrestling person, like, you appreciate what they're able to pull off from a production aspect with some of these things. And these guys and girls, they tour, so they're only in Houston for whatever it is, a week, maybe 2 week, limited engagement. Then they're off to Dallas, then they're off to Santa Fe, and then all the way to Los Angeles and wherever. And they get one take, man. It's one take.
Yeah.
One shot. Can't mess it up.
It's amazing, And then they had the, of course, the orchestra, playing the music, and then you had the sign linguist, over here doing their thing, So it was amazing, man. It really was. Yeah.
Yeah. I find myself now, like, when I go to live shows of any kind, I'm like looking more at their production than I am the actual show. I'm like, how are they pulling this off? What are they doing? Yeah. Oh man, I see how they did that. They brought that in from there.
A lot of scaffolding.
Yeah. Trying to figure out, how they mic'd everything up, and you see their little mic sometimes, coming down from all the places. So those are the things that I look at now. But yeah, no, live entertainment's great, BT. And look, it's like you said, it's been a hell of a week. We got UFC this weekend. You have NXT. Obviously, tomorrow there's a new NXT Women's Champion. I know that we probably want to talk about that. Some shocking news coming out as far as talent arrangements go. I don't know where you wanted to begin in this broadcast, but I know there's a lot going on. But Reality Wrestling Platinum presents Power Shift is going down in just a couple of weeks, June the 14th at the Walker, Texas Lawyer Arena. 2 sets of special guests were announced. Thea Hale from NXT will be making her Reality Wrestling debut and making a third appearance, I believe, or maybe a fourth appearance at Reality of Wrestling, are the current NXT Tag Team Champions of the World, Hank and Tank, are going to be back in the building.
Yeah, and hopefully, the people be pleasantly surprised. On the 14th, the construction crew will be coming in here next week, and doing a lot of work, and really trying to make this place look like something special. Reality Wrestling's, man. I tell you, man, we got our own little enterprise down here in Houston, guys. If you're out there, you're on the fence about joining a wrestling school, go to realitywrestling.com. Do it now. Trust me, you won't be going wrong, man. We got so many new students that signed up for Reality of Wrestling, and it's amazing. It's amazing what we're doing right now. So, guys, get in while you fit in. The summer's coming, man. Summer's coming.
It's coming, and it's coming in hot. RealityWrestling.com. Episode 4 of Platinum just went up yesterday. Episode 6 of Glory is out. So, I mean, we're putting out content. You know what I mean? We're like a whole streaming service at this point, is reality wrestling. And then we're going to have more exclusive content coming to that paywall, especially we're still in the production phase of Row Up, which will be coming later in the summer. We're expected to. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed, it's the best $4.99 you're going to spend, baby.
Do it. Now, man, I think we, of course, everybody's talking about the releases, the latest releases in WWE, but let's talk about Stephanie Victoria first being drafted to Raw, because I'm pretty hot about it. I got to go to work tomorrow, and I'm wondering what the hell's going on. But no, congratulations to Stephanie Victoria getting drafted to Raw. She deserves it, man. She deserves it. She's a star. She really is a bona fide star. I think she's going to make a huge difference in that women's division, on the main roster. I really do.
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. And right now, I think that the NXT women's roster, which has always been plentiful with talent, has recently, you saw Julia go to SmackDown. Stephanie Victoria is now going to be on Monday Night Raw. Roxanne Perez is on Monday Night Raw. Rumors are about that Jordan Grace might be going over to SmackDown. We'll see if that happens. But it's really also, it's a testament to all those women for getting called up, and also a testament to how strong the women's roster is in NXT, to where, yeah, obviously you want them on your roster, but you still have such a verbose and plentiful women's roster still to play with there on NXT. But Stephanie Victoria, you talk about when somebody comes in and you see their first match and you go, oh, yeah, I get it. I get why they're such a big deal. She's great. She's awesome. Yeah. Send her straight to the moon. Oh, she won the North American title. Makes sense. Oh, she's got both titles. Makes sense. Oh, she's on her way to the main roster. Get her up out of here. Mm-hmm. She's great. She's I'm hot that you're not going to be on the call anymore. And I actually saw somebody say, can they draft Booker to Raw as well?
Forget about it.
just for the one spot.
Forget about
we'll see. We'll see. Now, do you think, here's the question, do you think Pat McAfee can carry on the tradition?
I hope so. I'm going to bless him. I'm going to bless Pat McAfee to actually keep the tradition going. I think it's something that Stephanie Victoria definitely has made hers. So I think it's only right to actually, bless it, man. Bless it. So Pat McAfee, you got my blessings as far as going out there and really keeping this thing going, keeping this gravy train going. I really think Pat McAfee was huge, a huge motivating factor behind the Jey Uso, main event Jey Uso's movement. I mean, because he was yeeting, man. He was all on the table doing it, and everybody seemed. So I feel like if anybody can get it done, it's definitely going to be Pat McAfee. So Pat, keep it rolling. On another note, give my girl Jacy Jayne big props, man. Big props, because I always talk to Jacy Jayne as far as how good she really is, man. And her turn is definitely going to come as far as stepping up out of there and going to the main roster, but being such a huge asset to NXT's women's division. I mean, she's been that player coach. She's been the one that whatever you need, utility guy, no matter what. What's that knife called? That knife, that all-purpose knife. What
not a Ginsu? No. That's the one that can cut through anything. I don't know. Serrating knife? I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I know which one you're talking about.
It's like a freaking, something that Rambo would have. That's
a Bowie knife.
That Jacy Jayne. But man.
Swiss Army.
Yeah, Swiss Army knife. That's it. Yeah. You had to look that up, didn't you?
No, right? Someone in the comments got it.
Yeah. But no, man, that's her, man. Jacy Jayne. Big props and congratulations on being the NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah, it was a big shock, when I was tuning into the show and saw it. Obviously, Jacy Jayne was recently at Reality Wrestling, so I was really happy to see that. And I believe she's been on more episodes of NXT than any other woman in history. If that fact is correct, she won the battle of attrition and found her way out at the top of the NXT women's roster. Now the question is, is Fallon Davenport kind of looking over it there? Is Jasmine Nix looking like, oh, you know what? I mean, I'm proud of you, but you know what? Maybe that should have been me. Jada Parker's probably got something to say about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a few women out there. And you know what? I just saw yesterday that Mariah May was taken off the AEW website. She's gone. They're not selling her merch anymore either.
The May? The May.
The May, baby.
The May.
And guess what it's about to be? It's about to be a May Day up in NXT. And I think that that could be a nice little spot for her. You know, she come in NXT, her and Jacy Jayne off the top. Hey, I like it. Maybe.
Hey, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but you know, anything's possible. One thing about wrestling, always expect the unexpected. Oh yeah, dig it. I see that just ain't the new Slim Jim deal too. So
they did announce that today.
I was thinking about that, but no, man. Like I say, NXT is definitely going to be have a new look with Stephanie Foucault going. You know, seem like they're just taking all the talent, purging. You know, like I say, Roxanne, Julia, everybody. Now you're talking about Jordan as well. You know, come on. Who else you want? You want Trick? You want Trick Williams? You want Trick? Come on, man. Let him stick around for a minute. But we got to take a quick break, guys. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute.
Fellas, let's talk about confidence. The kind of confidence that counts when it's time to step up and deliver. And that's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets designed to help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer lasting erections. We're talking about getting in the game and staying in it.
And you know what they say, man, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And with Blue Chew, you can take these chewables anytime, day or night. So you're always good to go when the opportunity strikes. And the best part, the entire process is done online. No doctor's visits, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy.
Ooh, yeah. And Blue Chew is putting their money where their mouth is, offering you a whole month for free. It's simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com and consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once approved, you'll receive your prescription delivered discreetly right to your door, made in the USA and ready to go when you are.
Now, Brad, let's get real. Does it work, man? They'll mistake you for a soldier at full salute. You'll be pitching a tent like a true Eagle Scout, man. Blue Chew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That's the mission, dog.
And listen, confidence is key, especially when you're all bricked up. There's nothing sexier than a man who's ready to go. And at BlueChew.com, they can help bring that energy when it matters most. Don't miss out on what could be the best night of your life. Make life easier by getting harder. Discover your options at BlueChew.com, and we've got a deal just for our listeners. Try your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com, use the promo code Booker, and there's more details and important safety information. And as always, we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast.
Oh, yeah, man. Boom, welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Hey, man, let's get into it, man. WWE had a few releases over the last couple of days. One name, definitely unexpected among that list was R-Truth. Carlito, also Sarah Logan also was released. Actually, contracts just not renewed. I would say released. Contracts not renewed. And there again, nature of the beast, part of the game. I did not see the thing with R-Truth coming, especially after, you know, just coming off the match with John Cena. But this business, man, it's fluid. It's very, very fluid. Anything can happen at any time. One thing about R-Truth, am I worried about R-Truth? No, I'm not. You know what I mean? R-Truth is a guy that still got a lot left in the tank, and it's still a lot, you know, a lot of endeavors. I'm sure he's still going to be on. It's so much work out there for a guy like R-Truth. So paying his bills is the last thing I'm thinking about. So I know it's a lot of people out there right now that are shocked, outpouring support as far as coming out, you know, for R-Truth, just because R-Truth has been that soldier, man. He's been in the zone 99. You know what I mean? Since 1999, this guy has been a part of WWE outside of that TNA stint that he had. And so I give R-Truth, you know, major props for being able to parlay his success this far and this long in this business. A career like R-Truth, I don't know if we'll ever see another career like that, as far as the longevity that he had in the business, being able to, you know, sustain, you know, in a dog world that it is, being able to be that character, and knowing exactly what the landscape of this business is all about. That's why I always gave R-Truth so much props, because so many guys do not understand the business. That dude, he stuck around for a reason. Big ups to R-Truth.
I was just as shocked as everybody. I saw a tweet out, from R-Truth's account, and I thought, okay, maybe this is the preeminent prankster of professional wrestling just playing a joke on us for a second. And then I saw that it was really the reality of the situation. And I was actually, it was one of the few times where I was like, man, that really freaking sucks. I've said it like aloud to myself as I saw the news, because he has been such a constant in my renaissance of watching pro wrestling. Because there was a time where I stopped watching and then came back in around 08, 09, and R-Truth was on the show. And he's been such a constant and always entertaining. The guy who takes something that looks like nothing and makes something out of it, and is always entertaining.
Yeah.
There's a reason you're on the show from 99 to 2025. Like, there's a reason. It's because people can depend on you. You always put in good work. You're entertaining as hell. And the locker room, I would venture a guess to say, especially by the outpouring of support, is a big fan of yours, as well as the office. I mean, I remember hearing stories that Vince McMahon loved R-Truth because no one made him laugh out loud as much as he did. And there's a video going around on Instagram today of all the times R-Truth was in a promo with somebody and he made him break character because they just couldn't help it because he was so entertaining. And I know he's somewhere in his 50s. I don't know exactly where he's at, but he's somewhere.
53.
He's 53. Whoa. You know what I mean? He looks great for 53, and he's still moving and never had to alter his arsenal whatsoever. And I know he had that brief stint in NXT where he hurt himself and was on the shelf for a minute, but came back out of that, looked great. He, like you said, he was just on Saturday night's main event with John Cena in John Cena's last run.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the reason you don't renew a guy like R-Truth is. I don't know if it was the money was too much. He was making too much. They couldn't come to terms on a deal. I'm sure one day maybe we'll find out. I don't know if you can't figure out how we can restructure the budget to keep a guy like R-Truth, because to me, some guys you keep on the team because they're star players, and sometimes you keep guys on the team because they're what you call a glue guy. They kind of hold everything together. They keep the spirit up. You can always count on them.
Yeah,
Maybe they come off the bench and they give you 25, off the bench. And you're like, I can count on this guy. And that's what Truth was in my estimation. So I hope maybe one day they can find a way to keep him around as an ambassador at the very least. But he's an all-time man.
He's the last guy from that Attitude Era, right?
Last one. Last of a time breed.
Last of the Mohegans. No, man. No, like I say, hell of a run, though, man. Hell of a run. You can get a 20-year career out of this business, man. You've done a hell of a job. And the thing is, I really think R-Truth's probably got another 10 years left in him.
It looks like it.
I really do. I'm serious. I feel like he's still got another 10 left in him, and so much out there for R-Truth. Carlito, I think he just won a championship. You know what I mean? In Puerto Rico. So,
okay, cool.
So I'm sure he's gonna be, as well as Carlito's always been one of those guys, man. It's like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm good. You know what I mean? He's got that money, from I guess when he was a kid, his dad's, the promotion over there. And whatnot. And Sarah Logan, she had been kind of like sitting on the shelf. I know she had a couple of kids. No, she had one. She did. You know what I mean?
With Eric. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm sure she's not sitting at home crying too much. She's got her hands full.
She got her hands full. You don't want to ever see anybody ever lose their gig. But Sarah Logan, I know she came back. Remember, she got released before came back.
Yeah.
This was her second run with the company. And I think she was out there with the Viking Raiders for a while. So I'm sure that was a fun time for her. Carlito, what's weird about Carlito? He comes back, and I was like really amped to see Carlito back. And it just, in my opinion, it just felt like they never had an idea for him, really. In my opinion, or I don't know what the reason was. He was in Judgment Day. He kind of facilitated an R-Truth role, and he was kind of the comic relief in Judgment Day a lot. And I wanted to see more from Carlito in this run. It's kind of a shame we didn't get to see it.
But it kind of goes back to my point, to the way Carlito always felt. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm good. You know what I mean? If you got something for me, let's get it done. If not, I'm going to chill right over here. He's always been that type of guy, man. But he's always been a stand-up dude also. And I'm sure there again, a guy like Carlito, he's going to be all right. You know,
He'll be okay. Now, going back to Truth for a second, did y'all ever work each other?
Nah,
Not one time.
I don't remember working Truth.
Man, that just seems like such a missed opportunity.
Because it would have been almost like looking at a mirror image, of myself. Because he would be doing all of my moves. You know what I mean? I'm like, what the heck, man? That's mine. You know what I mean? You can't do the scissor kick. That's mine. You know what I mean?
He did do the scissor kick.
Yeah.
It's like his finish.
Side kick.
Yeah.
He did all of my stuff, But nah, man.
Well,
he did all my stuff.
It seemed like y'all would have crossed paths because I remember when Rock came back initially, his first match back after all those years was the tag match with him and Cena versus Miz and R-Truth at Madison Square Garden, I believe, for the Survivor Series. And to me, that's also like shows you like Truth was a guy who you just knew that was solid. Like, I don't think anybody ever saw him in the ring and goes, oh, this guy's dangerous. He didn't know what he's doing. He always was solid, always gave you a great match, solid match, but just entertaining as all hell. I remember him coming out for was it for the Royal Rumble? And he put a ladder up in the ring like he was climbing for the money.
Yeah. No, man.
That's a good spot if you can get it.
Now the thing is, man, like I said, we've talked about R-Truth on the show before.
Yeah, had him on before.
Yeah, and I've always talked about how that dude was able to take whatever they gave him and went out there and made it gold every single time. And people always want to say, oh man, they had him doing this or they had him doing that. And I always say, man, if you just don't realize the talent within inside of a guy like R-Truth to be able to go out there and pull off those tasks that they put him through on a weekly basis. And I say that because, it's like Booker T and Goldust. Nobody thinks something like that's gonna work out. But man, when you got it in you, you say, man, we're gonna make it work out no matter what. That's what R-Truth has been throughout his whole career, man. He's been that dude. Talk about a utility guy. R-Truth has been that dude for many, many years. I swear to God. So big props to R-Truth. And the thing is, I don't even want to talk about it like, it's the last we gonna see R-Truth. R-Truth, soon as his time up, we gonna see him somewhere else. Trust me on that. So let's just wait and see. Let's do that.
Can I tell? I have only one of them. And so I feel like it's appropriate to tell. I have one R-Truth story, and I think you may or may not remember this.
Go ahead.
We were at the Toyota Center. I believe it was a SmackDown house show. This is back maybe 2017-ish. Do you remember this? So we're in, I think, catering, and Truth walks by earlier in like 10, 15 minutes ahead of time. We're taping our show. We go to find him in the hallway, and I think we step out in the hallway, and you see him walking away, and you go, hey, Truth, hey, Truth, and the guy's not turning around, and then they finally turn around, and it was Kofi Kingston. And then you look at me, you're like, he said it.
They all look alike.
You're like, that's what he said. And I'm sitting there like, no, not me. I didn't know. I knew it was Kofi. I knew it was Kofi.
We gotta take a break, man. Stick around. Hall of Fame will be back in a minute. Hey, this is Booker T, 6-time world champ, 2-time Hall of Fame. I got something for you guys, man. Look, when I was a kid, man, cereal was my jam. But now, since I'm a grown man, I'm looking for something that gives me more than just a sugar rush and carbs, man. That's when I found Magic Spoon. Look, it's a cereal that gives you the taste of your childhood favorites, but without sugar and packed with tons of protein.
And if you're already a fan of Magic Spoon, then you need to listen up to this because I've got some big news. Magic Spoon has taken that amazing cereal that we all love and turned it into high-protein treats. These new treats are light, they're crispy, and they become my go-to snack, especially before or even after the gym.
Yeah, man, every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and only 4 grams of net carb. That fruity and cocoa flavor are the classic ones, but there's a whole lot more to try, man.
And those new treats, they've got 12 grams of protein and come in flavors like marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter. Perfect when you're on the go or you need a quick snack to fuel up before that workout.
Yeah, man, I keep a box in my gym bag, but it's a great late night snack as well. Those treats have that crispy texture, great taste, and the macros that make you feel good about eating them.
So Magic Spoon's bringing back those nostalgic flavors, but without all the stuff that we don't want. So if you want to try it for yourself and get $5 off your next order, go to magicspoon.com/HOF. That's magicspoon.com/HOF. Or you can even find it on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store.
That's magicspoon.com/HOF for $5 off. Magic Spoon, hold on to the dream. Boom. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I was just eating a French fry.
Yeah, we've seen you the entire show. You haven't gotten past anybody. We've all watched and saw it. Bro, thanks for the update.
I was hungry, man. I was hungry. You know what I mean? But no, man, we can move past the releases, man.
Yeah. I mean, look, it sucks.
It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like I say, everybody's time come. Trust me. I'm waiting. All right.
Well, we hope not.
No, my time is gonna come. I mean, he's gonna say he's gonna walk away, and they're gonna, tell you it's time to walk away sooner or later. Am I right or wrong?
I mean, eventually, everyone's time does come to an end.
Yeah. So I'm just a realist, man. Just a realist, just like Big Vito. Right now, Big Vito, he's out there. He's pretty upset about Channing Stacks Lorenzo. He said Channing Stacks Lorenzo stole his gimmick. Everything except the shoes off of his feet. That's the only thing he got left. Big Vito said he's the real true mob boss. You know what I mean? And until he sign off on it, give his stamp of approval, he's being highly disrespected in the neighborhood. As far as Big Vito goes, what do you remember Big Vito? What do you remember about him?
I remember he used to wear a dress. That's all I remember. That's no disrespect, but that's
you don't remember the mob boss?
I remember the dress.
You remember the mob boss?
I remember him being an Italian guy in a dress, and I'm not saying that disrespectfully. That's honestly, truly what I remember.
I was just saying, when I saw the article, man, it had a photo of Channing Stacks Lorenzo when he was at Reality of Wrestling Glory just this past weekend. They had a side-by-side photo. We appreciate the photo display there from Reality of Wrestling. We appreciate that. But they had a side-by-side of him and Channing Stacks Lorenzo in the same somewhat leather jacket and the same, Apple hat, pretty much. Both black jackets, black hats, and totally, almost polar opposites. So what do you think? Do you think also Big Vito said that WWE offices that actually called him and talked to him about mob like stories, that they could do with, Tony D and those guys, actually said that they were going to bring him in as a,
Consigliere.
In some form, but my question, do you believe any of this?
That's a loaded question.
I'm just wondering, does this stuff sound believable? Because I'm just wondering, with the office, like they say, wait a minute, let's call Big Vito on this.
Well, look, in an industry where allegedly Hulk Hogan was going to be the backup bass player from Metallica, and wrestled 400 days a year. I don't know if you saw that quote. And his explanation was because I was going to and from Japan so much, brother. I was working on the same day twice. Wow. So he worked 400 days in an industry in which we operate in that realm. then yes, I absolutely believe Big Vito was called to be a consigliere. I'm not trying to disrespect him at all. But like for me, it's like, hey, if I want a good mob story, like I'm gonna go watch a Scorsese movie. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna go call Coppola up and watch The Godfather, read a Mario Puzo novel. I don't know if I'm calling Big Vito, but look, but look, hey, I'm not trying to hate on the man either. Salute to Big Vito. Salute to Big Vito. Maybe he could be a consigliere, but here's the thing. If he's worried about him stealing his gimmick or whatever, I have less of an issue with that because this is wrestling. Everything's been recycled. There was a Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers, before there was a Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I mean, this is something, this is tale as old as time. There was a superstar Billy Graham before there was a Hulk Hogan.
You know what's funny, man? I just could not believe that, more importantly, that was a story. I couldn't believe that somebody actually put pen to paper on that right there and said, and called it a story. I just can't believe that. That's what we are right now in the world of professional wrestling. I swear to God. And I'm sure, look here, Vito shooting. That's a shoot. That's 100% a shoot. I know Vito.
Yeah.
He's shooting 100%. But for someone to take pen to paper on that, put it in an article, and call it a story. Good God, man, we are totally in a bad place.
Of course,
we really are, man. Swear to God.
I mean, I'm surprised.
I mean, it's funny, of course. We're laughing about it, but it's stupid, man. That's what we are, man. With professional wrestling. I swear to God.
But don't you think that gimmicks should be recycled and like there's no look, what's his name? Black Machismo, right? Jay Lethal. He just took Randy's gimmick, right? I mean, that's just whatever. This is wrestling, right?
I mean, Trick Williams do my stuff, you know.
Trick Williams, it's like you could be like,
you think he had to come to me and talk to me about it? I'm like, bro, no. I mean, if it can make you some money, I mean, nothing's sacred in the business. I mean, nothing. You know, for Vito, like I said, I know Vito's serious. I've been around Vito, and he's a serious cat. I mean, and for him to, come out of the woodworks, we ain't heard nothing from Vito in years until we see SHOCKS, and he never said anything about Tony D. I mean, he never said anything about Tony D because maybe, Tony.
Well, maybe it's the hat.
Tony didn't wear the hat. That's
maybe it's the hat. Maybe the hat got him some heat. The hat got him heat.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when I saw SHOCKS on Saturday, we talked about the hat. The hat was a conversation that he and I had in the locker room, just about the hat in general.
What he say?
He wasn't sure about it, you know what I mean? But it works. He's like, it actually works. And then like we had all the guys wearing the hat. That's why it came up, because all of his family members were all wearing the same hat, right? Yeah. So like the hat's a thing. It's, to me, it signifies certain something. Maybe and look, I don't know who it is down in NXT who told him to put on the hat. Maybe it was Channing's idea. Maybe it was someone in NXT's idea. I don't know who said to put on the hat. Maybe they did get the idea from Vito. Hey, what was that? Didn't Vito wear a hat back in the day? I remember he wore a dress. I don't remember the hat. I remember the dress. I'm being honest. I don't remember the hat. But maybe they got it from him back in the day. He was a part of a faction, Vito?
Was it FBI?
Was it FBI?
Was it him and Nunzio? Was it him and Nunzio?
I remember Nunzio being an FBI.
I think Big Vito was part of FBI, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. Maybe this will help jog my memory. So yeah, I just don't remember him. There we go. Okay, you know what? He's got the hat on.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got the hat on.
That is right there. I think that settles it. That settles it. You know what I mean? Big Vito, I mean, maybe we should be, giving him some props, and talking about.
Maybe I need to apologize.
Maybe apology is necessary.
I'll be honest with you. I don't remember this era of Big Vito. I don't remember it.
I remember it, but it was a quick era. It was short. It was very, very short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look, there he is again. Okay. No, the hat was definitely not a one-off.
No, that was his gimmick. I mean, that was part of his gimmick. But he's had several gimmicks. At one point in time, he was Skull Von Crush.
See, I don't remember that one either. But I remember the dress.
Yeah, that's what I remember first seeing him as Sullivan Crush in WWE back in the day, man. He just used to come in and get the hell beat out of him. And then he evolved over the years,
That's what I remember.
to the
I remember
mob
the dress
boss.
scheme.
Then he came to WCW and, he won the Hardcore Championship there for a minute. And then came, I mean, yeah. Then he came back to WWE, and that's when he wore the dress. I think that's you remember him wearing the dress because I think that was his final run.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I don't remember because I remember. You know what? It's funny because he had the dress, and Perry Saturn had Moppy. Like it was kind of like one right after the other, and like on the face of it, they looked like these two serious badass guys.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, Big Vito wore that dress in the airports everywhere he went.
No way.
Yes, he did. Everywhere he went, he wore that dress. He came to the arena with that dress on. He left the arena with that dress on. He would go through the airports.
Shout out to him.
With that dress on.
What did you think of that?
I was wondering what the hell is he thinking?
I mean, look, part of me wants to respect it. Part of me respects it.
Bro.
He was committed to the gimmick.
I mean, Vince probably loved it. You know what I mean? Vince was
Hell
one of
yeah.
those guys that, wanted you to live the gimmick and be the gimmick all the time.
You know what? He probably told him to do it. You got to go to the airport in the dress. You got to have dinner in the dress. You got to go do media in the dress. I can see the pitch now.
But the thing is, it seemed like,
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Just don't say it.
Seemed like Vito liked it. It seemed like he liked it. I can be wrong. I can be 100%.
We're gonna have a hit put out on us from the boss. Vito, all respect. Like all respect.
We gotta have him on the show to ask him. Stick around.
I would love to.
You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Hey, y'all, Booker T here alongside with my main man, Brad Gilmore. And today we're talking about something that could really change the game when it comes to how you get paid.
That's right, Booker, because let's face it, life doesn't just happen every 2 weeks. So why wait for a payday? With Earn In, the money you've earned already can be in your hands today.
Earn In is this incredible app that lets you access your pay as you earn it. We're talking about up to $100 per day and up to $750 each pay period.
All you got to do is download the Earn In app, verify your paycheck, and boom, you can access up to $100 a day as you work. And the cool part, you just leave an optional tip, and any money you access plus the tip gets repaid when your next paycheck rolls in.
Brad, I'm always talking about staying ready so you don't have to get ready, right? Imagine having that extra cash for that surprise date night, or maybe when you have to take the furry little friend to the vet unexpectedly.
Absolutely, Booker. Or even those times when you need to grab a last minute gift, or maybe you're a little short on rent, or hey, even you might want to pick up some new gear for yourself or your kids or your lady.
Folks, make Earn In part of your financial playbook. Join over 3.5 million customers who are finding financial stability and peace of mind thanks to Earn In.
So don't wait around for a payday. Get your money when you need it and take control of your finances. Download Earn In today and experience what it's like to access pay on your terms.
Get started with Earn In now and join the millions who are getting their pay their way. It's time to earn in, not just earn. Check it out, man. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. We're getting close to wrapping this thing up, but UFC 316 coming up June 7th. Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to get shut out on that. Marab Davashvili versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. I like saying Davashvili. I like saying that. I want to see exactly what Sean O'Malley is made of. We're gonna find out. Very, very soon. I can't wait.
Absolutely. That's going down Saturday on pay-per-view on ESPN. So make sure you go ahead and do that. You and myself will be covering that as far as ESPN National Radio broadcast, the countdown to UFC 316. Give me a hell yeah. We need to have that as a drop in there. UFC 316. Give me a hell yeah.
Like that.
Look, we've covered a lot today. Do you want to go ahead and just throw it to the chatters right now and see what they got swirling?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Let's go ahead and start taking a few super chats before we get out of here. Loso Dolo says, who do you think will step up in the NXT women's division now that the call-ups have been made?
Man, it's a good question, man.
I think whose house is it's going to be Miss Parker's house.
I mean, Kalani Jordan, man, she's grown so much over the year. I got to give her so much credit, man. Her in ring prowess is on top, man. I mean, she's different. She's definitely different. I mean, Kalani Jordan is definitely the one standout I'm really keeping my eye on. But it's another one that you guys haven't seen yet, only on Evolve. Kylie Armstrong. She might come in and just totally just change the whole name of the game. I'm serious, man. She is so freaking talented. I'm talking about her footwork, her positioning, and her timing, her awareness. Oh my God, man. Can't wait for Armstrong to actually get her shot. I think she's the first Evolve Women's Champion.
Oh, yes.
Actually, she is the Evolve Women's Champion. And I tell you, man, wait till we really get a chance to see her up close and personal. So those are my two picks right now to really, step up the game since the call-ups.
Yeah, I would say Kalani Jordan is a great call right there. I like Jada Parker, always have. And right now, like you said, there's just so much talent there in that NXT women's division. I think it could be anybody's game. You could see Fallon make a run at the top. You could see Jasmine make a run for it. You could see, as you mentioned, Kalani Jordan make a run for it.
It could be an unexpected entry to step in like a free agent out there. I'm just saying.
Mariah May, maybe.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say it. I said it. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. Yeah, so we don't know. We'll see what comes of it there in NXT. Lola Vice is still obviously out there. There's a lot of names that in the NXT women's division that can step up and really go out for it. Callie Toenail says, so when the fans hijack the show tonight, there's rumors of it. And WWE always says it's about the fans and they hear us. After all the support for R-Truth, do they change their mind? I don't know. I would hope that R-Truth gets another shot. I mean, not another shot. He had an incredible shot. I would hope that he and the company could find a way to work things out because he's so beloved by the fans.
I mean, it's a possibility something like that could happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one thing about this business, it is fan generated.
Mm-hmm.
The fans pretty much move the needle, move the numbers in every way, shape, form. And if it's enough outcry, for anything, I think they just like when, the Cody Rhodes thing, with The Rock, The Rock coming in, taking that WrestleMania moment. Fans pretty much, crapped all over that.
Change the match.
They had to change the match. So anything's possible. We might see that.
Yeah, very well could be. This is from Caleb. Says, on my way to sign up for Reality of Wrestling. Any advice?
Oh man, any advice before you come to roll? We normally don't give a whole lot of advice because we normally start the process when you get there. We like you to come in, a total clean slate, and we try to start from there. But just make sure you cardio ready. More than anything, I can tell you that because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be any easy days, especially in the beginning. So be prepared for whatever is about to happen to you, and hopefully you can get through it. That first 30 days is going to be the hardest.
Commit to it. It's hard, but commit to it. D'Angelo Brown says, did little Jimmy's contract not get renewed as well? That's messed up, man.
They got Jimmy too. They got
Jimmy too.
They got him. They got them all.
Both of them. One fell swoop. Hefe Pilot says, what's up, King Book in the boat? I can't wait to be there. I've been taking the lesson you taught me serious. I got a lot of work to do, but I'm humble and ready for this journey. We're ready for you to come down, brother. Ready for you to come down.
It's all about, bro.
He looks ready in his picture right there.
Yeah,
I mean? He looks ready.
Preparation is the only luck you're going to have, bro. So just make sure you waking up in the morning, drop down, give me 100, build that 100 to 300 a day. And that right there, first and foremost, will put you on the right track.
My man kind of looks like Waka Flocka in that picture. You got a little Waka Flocka going on, Hefe Pilot. Maybe I'll relate it somehow. Just kidding. No. Yeah, man. Look, I say this. Anybody who comes into row and commits 1,000%, you see the results. And people see it too. And you know what? When people see that you're really committed, they're more willing to help you.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have time to help somebody who doesn't want to help themselves, right?
Definitely.
Shout out to you, Hefe Pilot. Alex Cosentino, Conrad and JBL are doing a live episode right now on the topic, and you're the topic for the episode, Book.
Oh, yeah.
Call JBL right now, damn it. You know what, Alex? And Alex has been on this for a minute, and I've been on you to get on this for a minute.
I know it, man. I've been working like crazy, man.
It's one text.
Look here, okay. You know what?
Hey, come do my show.
I'm going to get him on because I got to call him this week anyway. All right?
Why you got to call him?
I need him to do something for me.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
I know. I got you.
All right.
I think I know what you're talking about.
All right.
But yeah, so when you do that,
yeah, I'll do that.
Double up on the favor.
When I do that, I'll do that.
Okay. D'Angelo says, when will Omos return back to TV? I don't know. I've seen him on social lately. I'm ready for Omos to come back to TV. Omos is a big some gun, man.
That's Omos's problem. I mean, he's one of those guys. He's so big, it's hard to, and I know I've heard people say, man, you should be able to book Omos, with anybody. But I tell you what, that's not true. That's not true at all, because we have guys come through reality of wrestling, and if they're too big, it's hard for me to write something for them. It's hard for me to book them in a story line with anybody because they're way too big to actually, be looked at like, man, it's going to be an even match here. You know what I mean? So it's anybody Omos get in the ring with, he should squash him like a grape. He's that theory of, can 100 men beat one gorilla? No, I'm serious. He's that freaking big. Who's going to beat him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So seriously, it's hard. It's so hard to book for guys like Omos. But I tell you what, to find a spot for him, to be able to get him in the game, I think that's definitely possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, man. I'd love to see Omos find his footing there in the thing. Oh, we read that from Alex Cosentino. Alex kind of looks like Ricky Rubio. I'm just shouting people out tonight. D'Angelo, we already got that one. Sorry, I'm behind. D'Angelo Brown, Brad and Booker, did you guys see Dark Side of the Ring about Muhammad Hassan?
Yeah, man. I saw it. It was oh man. It was unbelievable.
Bad?
No, it was just unbelievable, man, as far as this is a kid who did everything right, everything, and got released for it. That's the story of.
Didn't he get like too much heat? Wasn't that the thing? Like he was doing the gimmick. It was because for people who don't remember, it was kind of a Middle Eastern xenophobic kind of gimmick.
He got a lot of heat, but man, he didn't do anything wrong. He looked the part. He played the part. He played the part very, very well, and he got punished for it. And I don't want to ruin it for anybody. You guys go and watch it if you get a chance. I was there when Muhammad Hassan was there, and they actually had me in, a couple of the clips, beating him down and everything. And I'm like, man, why don't I remember this? I was so disconnected from other guys' angles and stuff back then. It just didn't really register. You know what I mean? If I was part of somebody else's stuff, it was their stuff for that night, I was off. You know what I mean? It was like that. But I watched it, and man, I felt so bad for him. But then at the end of it, I felt so good for him at the same time, because it's a hell of a story. He has a hell of a story to tell, and it really came across, so authentic. So I give him a lot of credit, man, for still being able to just keep his head up and being able to endure through all of that he went through, because he went through a whole lot.
Yeah, I remember really, really, really not liking Muhammad Hassan, the character.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it.
I will make an exception to that and watch that one. D'Angelo Brown said, what do you guys think about WrestleMania going back to Vegas instead of New Orleans? Is this a Triple H call or a TKO call? I don't know if it's officially going back to Vegas yet, but I will say overall, I'm not a fan.
I heard it's up in the air, but it doesn't bother me really at all. You know what I mean? If we went to Vegas, for the remainder of my WrestleManias, it wouldn't bother me. Seriously.
Yeah, I just love the city of New Orleans. Something about New Orleans, Louisiana. I have a kinship to it. I feel connected to the city. Yeah, so I was
New Orleans. I like New Orleans, but no. I'll go to Vegas.
You don't care. Wherever the money is. Antonio, Roxanne Perez, hotter than a ghost pepper right now. I love her involvement in the Judgment Day. She brings zooms and whams nuggets. Hop in
Yeah,
the back seat, Liv.
yeah. They definitely put her in the spot right off the bat, you know. And
Wait, what does she bring zooms and wham nuggets mean? What does that mean?
That's some millennial.
That's some
stuff.
California talk.
Millennial stuff. I don't know what that means, but Callie can put us up on game. Oh, that right there. But now, Roxanne Perez definitely have been doing some damn good work. She's getting ready to show the world how good she really is. And it starts off by just being able to play that role. That's all she's doing right now. Play the role. And then when it's time to go out there and do the work, let's get to work.
I'm still laughing at zooms and whams. I don't know what that means, man. Wham nuggets. I actually, you know what? I don't think I want to know what it means. Derek, that's the last thing I need to have in my vocabulary. Look at those wham nuggets. It just doesn't sound good, you know. Derek Fleming Jr. says, yeah.
I'm gonna miss it, man. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm gonna miss it. I'm definitely gonna miss Stephanie Vickers doing her thing, man. Seriously, you know, and bringing that fun to the show and getting the crowd. That's like a fan participation. So that's what's missing, I think, in this business, and she definitely did a good job at it.
And our final one, Big Breezo. Remember when Truth was in the Judgment Day? Yeah, Truth was in Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So Big Breezo looks kind of fly in this photo. I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing the pictures are bigger this time, so I'm seeing everybody like for the first time. Breezo looks like he got a little swag going on. I see you,
like
Breeze.
I like
the hat.
Yeah.
Don't wear Vito's hat. You can wear that hat.
No, that's that. What's that? Kumo D.
Yes, like that Kango, that old like kind of Kango from Kumo D, right?
No doubt. Heck yeah, man. But all right, man. That's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, shoot, man. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame. Getting your champagne, which is caviar dreams. I got to hit the NXT in the morning, man. It's going to look good. The landscape is going to look totally different tomorrow with our Stephanie Vickers guys. So tune in 8, 7 Central. But until next time, guys, we love you. Peace. Boom. We out.